So look at Anthony Ryder from South Lyon, Michigan, recently selected as the Lions 2020 Fan of the Year. He has a passion about sports broadcasting.
With the 112th selection in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Amon-Ra St. Brown, wide receiver, USC. One pride, baby! Yeah! What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Detroit Lions video. The Detroit Lions have officially finished this week of practice. We know who practiced Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and we know who is going to be playing in the games, who is questionable, doubtful, and officially going to be missing week 10 of NFL action for the Detroit Lions. And today, I just wanted to go over it. I don't have a big script prepared. I don't have anything really set up for this video. Just kind of an on-the-fly, really quick video to update you about the injury report because the Detroit Lions are getting healthy. And I think that their injury report could be really impactful for their game versus the Chargers. And of course, games going forward, it's always nice to know who's going to play and who is going to be sidelined for the week. So with that being said, let's get right on into taking a look at the injury report for both the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Chargers setting up for Sunday night football. The Detroit Lions have just one player officially out for this game, and that would be backup right guard Halapoulivaati Vaitai. Despite playing like a top 10 guard in the NFL when he's been healthy, Halapoulivaati Vaitai has very rarely been healthy for the Lions this season. He started the first couple of games for the Detroit Lions, but at the end of the Seattle Seahawks game in week 2, he had a really bad knee injury that sidelined him for a couple of weeks. He returned actually to the Baltimore game, but suffered another injury that sat him out for Monday Night Football versus the Las Vegas Raiders. He's been great when he's been in, but he's very rarely been healthy for the Detroit Lions. And now with a third back injury, a very similar injury, from what I understand, to the injury that sidelined him for the entirety of last season and landed him on season-ending IR. He has officially kind of re-injured that a little bit and will not practice. He was limited on Wednesday, but of course, as you can see, had a minor setback and is officially going to be out for the Detroit Lions, meaning Colby Sorsdale will likely be the backup right guard who started on Monday Night Football for the Detroit Lions and played very, very well. Levi Onwuzurike, the former second-round pick from the University of Washington, is also doubtful for this game, and although he's not officially out, it is very likely that after not practicing Thursday or Friday, as well as being a healthy scratch for the last 3 to 4 weeks, he likely will not be playing as well. Those are two players that are decent when they're on the field. Halapoulivaati Vaitai, like I said, has played like a top 10 guard at times when he's been healthy, and Levi has had a couple impactful plays, but for the most part, they have really struggled to stay on the field for the Detroit Lions, but it's not necessarily the biggest losses. Aleem McNeil is having a great year on the interior, kind of keeping it held down for the Detroit Lions IDL. And of course, the guard play for the Detroit Lions is really good, as Graham Glasgow has turned out to be probably the best free agent signing the Detroit Lions have made this offseason. The Lions have two official questionable players on the week, being Dan Skipper, who did actually fully practice on Wednesday, was limited on Thursday with a rib injury, however, was fully practicing on Friday and is expected to be active for this game as well, especially with Halapoulivaati Vaitai being out and that kind of offensive line depth being a little bit hindered. I would expect Dan Skipper to get at least a little bit of game action. He's going to warm up. He's going to be there. He's going to be in pets. I'm not sure if he's officially going to see the field, but I would expect him to be active with the experience he has playing both tackle and guard. He's a versatile tool for the Detroit Lions to use on the offensive line, and I think he's going to be active, if nothing else, for a little bit of depth. And then Donovan Peoples-Jones, the most recent acquisition of Brad Holmes in the Detroit Lions, a 2025 sixth-round pick sent to Cleveland for the former Michigan Wolverine wide receiver. Donovan Peoples-Jones has come in with a little bit of an injury. He has suffered some rib injuries throughout the season with the Cleveland Browns and has been limited both Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Both of them are officially questionable on the week. However, I do believe all of them, or both of them, I should say, will play for the Detroit Lions this Sunday, meaning we're going to have a couple of healthy scratches, but likely Halapoulivaati Vaitai and Levi Onwuzurike are the only two that are going to officially miss the game due to an injury. The Lions have a couple of healthy guys now. They have been struggling with injuries for a while, and they're finally getting healthy. The first of which is Khalil Dorsey, arguably the Detroit Lions' best special teams player and their special teams ace, an elite gunner, an elite kickoff coverage guy. He is phenomenal. He runs really hard. He hits really hard. He's always looking for the football, and he has caused a lot of big plays on special teams for the Detroit Lions. When he missed a month of the season due to an illness, it was very clear that the special teams missed him. And when he came back, there was a very clear uptick in the production of the Detroit Lions special teams. Khalil Dorsey should probably be the special teams captain. He is the special teams ace, and he is the guy that I think makes the special teams work as well as it does. He is officially healthy, coming off of a little bit of a knee injury, I believe from the Baltimore game or potentially from the Raider game, but he was fully practicing all week and is unspecified on the injury report, meaning he is healthy and ready to go. And then, of course, you have the big three. Jonah Jackson, Frank Ragnow, and David Montgomery all missed Monday Night Football with their respective injuries. Jonah Jackson has missed the last 2 games with an ankle injury. David Montgomery has missed the last 3 games with a rib injury. And Frank Ragnow missed the last game versus the Las Vegas Raiders, causing Graham Glasgow, the right guard, to slide into center and, of course, mixing around the offensive line. There was some ups and downs with that offensive line, but they are officially returning. Jonah Jackson is set to return at the left guard position, manning that for the first time in a couple weeks. Frank Ragnow is expected to move back to center, starting there as he is one of the best centers in the league. And then, of course, you get to slide Graham Glasgow back to right guard, where he has been phenomenal for the entirety of the season. That means the Detroit Lions offensive line will likely have all 5 of their starters for the first time since Kansas City all the way back in week 1 to open the 2023 year for the NFL. David Montgomery is also returning, and for a team like the Detroit Lions that has really struggled in the red zone over the last couple of weeks and really struggled in the red zone for the last couple of years, David Montgomery is a huge piece to this offense, and he's going to be able to help them score touchdowns instead of field goals and extend leads instead of just minimizing the lead, right? Other than just scoring 3 points, he's going to be able to help you score 7, and that, of course, is going to help the Detroit Lions win games more often than not. The Detroit Lions were just 1 for 5 in the red zone on Monday Night Football, 4 field goals, 1 touchdown. Actually, I think they were 5 for 6 because they actually missed an extra point. They actually missed a field goal in the red zone as well. So their red zone efficiency was really poor on Monday night. A lot of it had to do with missing all 3 interior offensive linemen and your starting goal line running back. All of them are healthy this week, and the offensive line, as well as the backfield, is fully healthy for the first time in a very long time. Moving over the Chargers things, we don't officially know what happened on Friday practices. Neither the Chargers nor the Detroit Lions have that information as of right now, but we do know what has happened earlier in the week. Justin Herbert, of course, the starting quarterback for the Los Angeles Chargers, has had a broken finger on his non-throwing hand, but he has been fully practicing all week, as he has been for the last month or so. He is fully ready to go and is expected to start for the ready to start against the Detroit Lions on Sunday Night Football. But the shocker this week is actually going to be Joey Bosa, one of the better pass rushers across the NFL, officially practiced on Wednesday, but did not practice on Thursday due to an illness that suddenly arose throughout the week. Now, again, we don't know if he practiced on Friday or not, but if the illness is bad enough, there is a real possibility that Joey Bosa will miss Sunday Night Football, just being unable to play through an illness. It happens all the time through the NFL, and especially in the November and December seasons, we see these illnesses pop up quite a lot, and sometimes it does force a player to miss a couple of games. I don't think Joey Bosa is going to miss this game if he can help it. I think if Joey Bosa can physically go, he's going to want to go rush the passer, but it is a really important thing to keep an eye on that Joey Bosa, one of the better pass rushers in the league and likely the primary matchup for Penei Sewell, potentially will not be on the field to face Penei Sewell. And for an offensive line that just got healthy and is already one of the top units in the NFL, the Chargers losing one of their best pass rushers and arguably their best defensive player is not a good sign for the defense that hasn't been very good for the Chargers over the entirety of the year. So with that being said, that is all I have for you guys today. The Chargers are really healthy. The Lions are getting really healthy. Both teams are pretty much going to be at full health going into this game. Both teams are going to have a couple of healthy scratches, and it should be a really, really fun contest. The Lions offensive line is going to be really fun to watch now that they're fully healthy. The Chargers, of course, are a really talented team with a lot of superstars on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball. This is the matchup you want, right? You don't want to win because of injuries. You don't want to win because the other team's suffering from some kind of big loss. You want both teams to be at full strength, and both teams officially are. The Detroit Lions will have just a couple players missing. The Chargers will likely have everybody healthy on their sideline. But with all that being said, that is all I have for you guys today. Let me know down in the comments below any score predictions you have, any game predictions you may have and want to kind of talk about in the comments. Be very interested to hear how you guys feel about the injury report as well as the game coming up in just a few days. But with all that being said, that's all I got for you guys right now. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, and as always, go Lions.